What's good? Headed to work. Y'all had a great day yesterday, y'all. So y'all know I fast on the weekends, right? I leave work Friday at 4 and I start fasting. And I fast until Monday morning at 8. Well, I was doing good. Fasted Friday. Started at 4 o'clock. Fasted all day Saturday, doing good. Go to church Sunday, which is yesterday, and I'm feeling lightheaded because I haven't fasted correctly on the weekend in a minute. I'm feeling kind of lightheaded. Then they announced after church that they are feeding us. It's our church anniversary, and this is the last weekend basically. So this is the piece de resistance. They feeding us, and y'all know me. You know me. Free food, I'm not gonna turn it down. I'm like, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. So of course I partake, and they basically, it's food trucks. They give you a ticket, you can go to any food truck you want, and there's like unlimited cake and pop and all that kind of stuff. So I think we did stuff like this before in years past, but it's been so long with COVID and everything, I forgot how the system go. But basically, you get a ticket and it entitles you to a meal at one truck. And when I saw people going out the door to get their ticket, it would be like one person, they'd be like, well, how many people in your family? They'd be like 2, but you don't see one person there. And he didn't even ask me. He just saw me and gave me one ticket. So I was just like, but then when I got outside, I saw that one ticket get you like one thing. So I went to the barbecue truck and I got a rib sandwich, right? Had 3 ribs on it. Oh, I was in heaven. Y'all know I love me some barbecue, okay? I'm a Texas girl through and through. Free drinks, y'all. I had a Dr. Pepper. Y'all, so since I basically don't really drink anything but water and coffee, Dr. Pepper don't taste right to me no more. It's like it's too sweet now. When I like, it's certain things that I used to love that when I partake now, it don't hit like it used to. I used to love Dr. Pepper, and I don't know if that Dr. Pepper was just flat or what, but it just didn't seem to taste right. But anyway, I don't know how many pieces of cake, y'all. I know I had at least 3. That's on the least. I'm really thinking I had probably about 4 or 5. But y'all, so we sitting in it's really a gym, but we call it something else, to try to fancify it up because we use it for all kind of stuff. Maybe it's called all-purpose dinner or something. But, we sit in there, and I'm at this table, and I sit down. And y'all, I hate to call him a baby Tyrone because he was so sweet. A little 11-year-old boy sat next to me, and he was just so sweet. And he was like, he was gone off that sugar because, his mama basically set her, I don't know if this was a mama or what, but whoever she was, she had 4 children with her. And I wasn't a Tyrone in sight as far as a father figure or nothing. And she told the little boy that was sitting next to me basically to watch them. And y'all know how that go in black families. The oldest one be the parent that ain't the parent, And I just hate that in our culture, how we put that on some other kids. Kids don't even get to have a childhood because they got to be responsible for all these children you done decided to bring in the world that you don't have time to raise, But anyway, he was supposed to be responsible for them. So he's 11 years old, and all these other kids I say 5 and under, but they're all mannerable. They're sitting there eating their food, and y'all know I like to eat, so I'm like, I know doggone well these kids is not gonna eat all this food. Girl, they had some french fries, and the barbecue truck didn't have no fries with it. There was another truck, I think it was maybe a Raising Cane's truck, and y'all know they got the crinkle cut fries, but anyway. Whatever truck these little kids went to, I was thinking about going to myself because they had fries, and y'all know I love me some fries. That's why there's this barbecue place I discovered recently that my dad told me about, and they actually have fries, and that's the place I really want to go to, but I can't pass a barbecue even without fries. I was like, nah, I'll go ahead and get a sandwich. They had like rib sandwiches, brisket sandwiches, chopped beef sandwiches. I was like, oh, I can't pass that right there. It's like, what? And I really, if I knew then what I know now, I really feel like I should have got 2 tickets. Because I know, like, when I used to do the food drives and stuff, they'd be trying to give me food. Like, they'd be like, how many in your family? I'd be like, one. And really that one was like too much food for me. And they'd be like trying to give me even more, like, well, you can go ahead and take enough for 2 or 3. And I give some to my friend. But child, look, and then a part of me was like, Kat, 1 is enough. That's why you're trying to lose weight now, because you eat too much. So I was like, okay, fine, 1 is enough. But I sure loaded up on that cake. But listen, I knew them little kids were like, y'all, these kids had a hot dog, and it wasn't no like measly little hot dog. Like these little weenies or whatever they was in them, that they was like, you know, formidable. The sausage, the meat, whatever it was big. It didn't look like no just regular little rinky-dink hot dog. It looked like some kind of sausage or something. Now, I wasn't really interested in that. I was interested in the fries, but I didn't want to be like predatory, like, oh, they mama not around, so can I get one of them fries? Plus, that mama kind of looked like she could get with you, you know. I ain't trying to argue with nobody at church about no french fries. But of course the kids didn't eat all the fries. One of the kids didn't even eat none of they hot dog at all. And then the other little kid that ate most of his fries, he ate like 2 bites of, not the hot dog as a whole, but just the weenie part. And then the little boy that was sitting next to me, the little real polite one that was 11, he had a turkey leg. Yes, y'all, he had turkey legs. And he ate the whole thing. And his mama, when she finally came back just to check on them, and then she went somewhere else, was like, did you eat all your turkey leg? And he was like, whatever he said. She said, boy, you ate all that turkey leg? And he was like basically like, yeah, I ate all my turkey leg. And he did, y'all. That boy was gone. So he was like talking to me, but I couldn't understand nothing he was saying because he was gone off the sugar. Plus he was eating. And then he had a slushie. Kids got free slushies, but the adults had to pay. I know I ain't had no money, so I sure couldn't get one. But see, I remember years past, the adults could get them for free, but we didn't get them for yesterday, so I quickly got out of line. But anyway, I had fun. So I saw I don't even know what to call it, a baby mama or one of my cousins. And when I saw her, I asked her, was she going, you know, to the funeral? Because we got a funeral this week to go to. And she was like, no. And so when I said that, the little boy, the little 11-year-old, and I didn't even get his name, but he said, who died? And I was like, my uncle. And he said, oh, I'm sorry for your loss. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to hug the little baby when he said that. I was like, well, thank you. But just the fact that he was 11 years old and somebody had trained this little baby to know to say that just was, now I couldn't really understand what she was saying because I was asking him what school would he go to and, you know, what grade he was in, and I couldn't understand nothing he was saying, y'all. But he was just so sweet. He kept trying to talk to me, and at first I was really trying to talk to him, but when I realized, Kay, you're not gonna be able to understand nothing he's saying, because he was just gone off the sugar. He ate all that stuff, and then went and got like a milkshake or something. And when I went to the milkshake line, I found out that the milkshakes was free. But when I went to the line, they were like healthy milkshakes with Herbalife in them or whatever that stuff was called. I was like, oh no. That. So y'all, when I got up for church that morning, y'all, I was like 169.8, what I was the other day. And when I went to church, I was still planning on fasting all day. I went to church, knew that was going to be thrown off once they said they was feeding us. So I was like, well, I really wanted some. Remember, I made this stew, and I done brought the rest of it with me today. But I was like, man, I'm going to go on and eat me some stew, because that stew was good. So I was like, not only did I eat at church, which really was enough for me to eat yesterday, but I worked some off the clock yesterday and Saturday, so I ate some more stew, and I was like, yeah, no. And then, of course, I woke up this morning, and I was not in the 160s. I was 171. So I was really kind of disappointed, like, man, and the month about to be over with now. If any of y'all remember, by the end of this month, I was supposed to be in the 140s. And I'm just behind, super behind on this weight situation. I tried on a dress this morning, you know, trying to in my mind figure out, you know, my wardrobe or whatever. And like one of my favorite dresses, it is too big now. It's an 18W. I tried it on this morning and it's too big. And it was like, I was trying in my best, you know, bestie best to see if I could make it work, and it's just too big. And so I think I'm gonna have to sell it on Poshmark. And I sure hate to sell it because it's like I literally wore that dress when I got married. Now y'all remember I got married at the Justice of the Peace, so it ain't like, you know, it was a real wedding dress, but it was real for me. But yeah, I was trying to figure out, like, just say, my wardrobe or whatever. And it's like, I don't really want to buy anything. I don't want to buy any more dresses. It's like I have a few dresses that fit at the size that I am now. But just trying to figure out my wardrobe. Anyway, I was listening to the radio this morning, and they talked about a situation here with road rage. Now, y'all know I live in Texas. Texas is, everybody here got guns. We can carry guns here, right? Well, there was a situation on a highway here that's not far from my house. Matter of fact, I'm on that highway all the time because it goes through South Dallas. It's a highway you take going. It's just a highway that's not far. It's called CF Hahn, right? These two men were driving, and there was an issue. They got into it, kind of. Now, any of y'all that used to listen to Funeral Chronicles have heard me talk about stories like this. Well, here's another one. Two guys got into it. I've told y'all before, road rage, let it go. If somebody cut you off, whatever the situation is, just let it go. It's not worth it. What DMX say, don't do it, dog. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. They got into it. The aggressor pulled up next to the other car, rolled down his window, y'all. I hate to bring up a rap song, but this remind me of that rap league when you say roll down his windows, and he started to say it's all about making it GTA, because the boys in the hood are always hard. You come talking that trash, we'll pull your car. Knowing nothing in life but to, y'all know what song I'm talking about. The boys in the hood, right? So you roll down this window on his driver's side and shoots through the man's passenger side. Y'all shoot the man in the head, face, wherever the bullet landed, it killed the man. In the car with the man was the man's father and his child, who saw all this happen. And the man is dead now. And they interviewed his father, and his father, of course, was sad. It sounded like his daddy was not black. I just listened to the interview. I haven't watched any footage of it. If I can find any footage of it, I'll link it, in the video. But, it was an old man. It didn't sound black. And he said, that was my only son. He was like, basically saying it was sad because that was my only son. And not that it makes it better if it wasn't your only son. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's okay that they took that one. I got another one. I'm not saying that at all, But it's just, it's just not worth it, is all I'm saying. You arguing with people. That's why I always tell y'all, if you're not ready to die about a situation, don't argue with people. And I mean that. I know y'all think I'm, dramatic and why does everything always have to be life or death with you? I literally, we was talking about that in a group. I was saying something, and one of the girls said, Kat, why does everything have to be, end with you being da-da-da-da-da? And I was like, you right, girl, you right. But just, I've seen so much in life, and especially working at a funeral home, y'all, people die over the strangest things. I'm talking about the unnatural deaths, not, you dying because you had a heart attack and stress and you fat and you eat too much and congenital heart failure or stuff like that. I'm talking about people die over the stupidest things, like you cut somebody off and you was with the rah-rah and you effed around and found out you wasn't about that life. That's the thing, y'all. You get into it with people and you don't know the crazy that people are. You in a car and you see another person in the car and they look perfectly sane to you because they tongue not hanging out their mouth and they not talking to themselves or something. You think they're absolutely sane and would do exactly what you would do, which is just keep driving and going about your day. You assume maybe that they don't have a gun, and even if they had one, they wouldn't jeopardize their life. You assume that they have something to live for. You can't assume that about everybody. You can't assume that just because they're dressed, in clothing and driving a car and look normal, that they look at life the same way you do. They may have absolutely nothing to live for. They may not care about dying today. They may not care about going to jail. Whatever it is that you care about, that you think is important, you have children to live for, you have work to live for, you have church to live for, you have whatever you think you have to live for, your family. They may have all that and still not care. Don't don't put your values on other people, what you think is important on other people, because other people don't have your values. Everybody don't care about life the way you do. Some people can't wait to go meet their maker. Maybe they just don't have the guts to do it themselves. Some people looking forward to dying, and you might be the person to get them there, and they just don't care. So, you know, whether you're in a state or in a country where people can carry guns or not, don't be that person. You know, don't be the person that gets killed in a road rage situation or in any situation arguing with somebody about anything. It's not worth it. And I say that as a person who, you know, has recently gotten goaded into arguing with somebody, when I sit here and say all the time, don't argue with somebody if you're not willing to die for it. Now, y'all know me. I feel like I don't care about dying. To me, it's not, you know, I don't care. I feel like I'm going to heaven when I die. I'm going to spend eternity with Jesus. I feel like I'm good. So it's whatever, you know. But most people don't feel like that about their life. Most people, you know, feel like, you know, oh, I want to stay around as long as possible. You know what I mean? I think when I think about dying, all I worry about is my dog. Like, I want to make sure my mommy takes care of my doggy, you know. And then even still, I feel like can't nobody take care of my doggy the way that I do, you know. Nobody, baby. You know, that's anytime I think about, you know, dying prematurely, I think of her. And that's about it, you know. So I just want us to take a lesson from this. Like I said, I'll see if I can find the interview and put it here so y'all can just hear the sadness in this man's voice about him losing his son, and then to see it happen in front of him. Do y'all know what kind of trauma that has to be to see your child killed in front of you? You know, and then I shared with y'all on Funeral Chronicles about the girl that happened to, and we had to plan her funeral. And, you know, I got the impression from her family that she was a real kind of pop off at the mouth kind of person. And she popped off at the mouth at the wrong one that day. And we had to bury her, because you can't pop off at the mouth with everybody, y'all. To me, you just shouldn't be popping off at the mouth with nobody. I think sometimes people think the way they talk to their kids or, you know, they loved ones, if they loved ones let them talk crazy to them, they think they can talk like that to anybody. Everybody out here ain't your kids. Everybody out here ain't gonna let you cuss them out. Everybody out here ain't gonna let you disrespect them. You don't know what you're dealing with. We don't have like mental hospitals here the way we used to back in the day. Nowadays they just send people to prison, and prisons are not equipped to deal with mental health the way mental health hospitals work. So now people that are criminally insane get treated just like people that are just criminals, you know. And they get out, and there's no recourse. There's no way for you know, anybody to tell that these people aren't, you know, normal, so to speak. And, you know, you just be careful, y'all. Don't argue with people no matter what. If you are not willing to die about somebody skipping you in line, somebody not giving you the right amount of change back, somebody not putting enough fries in your bag, whatever you think is so petty, somebody not, you know, being polite. I saw a story, and I posted on the community wall, where this Tyrone shot two women. He held the door open for him. I can only assume they must have been two Shaniquas. He held the door open for him, and they didn't say thank you, and he shot him. Now, y'all have literally seen comedic skits about this very thing, where I've seen, I believe, maybe on Chappelle's show, I don't know, I think it was a black comedian though, where he, you know, basically people talk about holding the door open for people and they don't say thank you, and you want to go back, send them back through the door, and then slam the door in their face. Like, I've seen skits about that before. And to see it actualized in real life, like, but way worse, like, not only take them back through the door and slam it in their face, but to actually pull out a gun and shoot somebody over that, it's just not worth it, y'all. It's just not worth it. So now this family has to plan a funeral over some road rage. And that highway, the CF Han is on the way. Like, when I used to have to go visit Ben when he was when he first got locked up, I used to have to take that highway. And the further you go down that highway, the more you get into non-black territory. And like I said, the man of the father of the son who got shot, I don't know who shot him, but the fact that they was talking about it on the black radio station made me think that the perpetrator was one of us, or one of them. I ain't gonna say one of us because I ain't a Tyrone, but it definitely sounded like it was a Tyrone and did it. But I'll find out and see. But I think he drove off. But y'all know they gonna find him. It's, you know, they gonna find him. All this little stuff that they've been doing lately, all these shootings. I don't even post all the stuff that I get news about, but there's been so many shootings here on the highway and whatnot. People just out here just ratchet. Like, can y'all get some mental? Can y'all please go to therapy? Can you please go? It's so much free mental health out here. Go see somebody therapist, because clearly you need help. You out here shooting people because they done cut you off, or didn't let you over, or didn't hold the door open for you, or whatever. It's like, you need to sit on somebody's couch and talk to them about what's ailing you. Because something is truly ailing you. Now, who done park like this? I can't even fit in the parking space because you done park so silly. But anyway, y'all, I done made it to the office. So I will talk to y'all later. Y'all be easy. Like, share, subscribe, all that good jazz. And y'all go in and take that friendship test that I put on there, because it seems like the few people that have taken it, we all got the same score, the same like outcome. And I'm starting to think that test got the same outcome no matter who take it. In other words, I'm starting to think it's not a valid test. I think they just came up with one outcome and everybody gets that same outcome. Okay, anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be easy. Bye.